In this video, I'm going to be showing you guys the debut of my 7-2 Victor Wembanyama build. Now, a lot of the times when I play, when I make a new build, I like to kind of see how the first game goes. The first game is going to tell you a lot about what you need to know about the build, the pros of the build, the cons of the build, what is good about it, what isn't, too good about it. Now, one of my biggest concerns, you guys will be able to see, I'm going to leave a screenshot of the build here. Don't worry, I'm going to take you guys to the build afterwards. Is I was a little bit concerned about the 60 speed. Okay, even though this is almost like a minimum weight type of build, almost, it's not quite minimum weight. I wasn't quite sure how the 60 speed was going to play out on a 7-2 build. Okay, usually I already talked about how speed is very, very important, especially if you're like a 6'8 center. So I was very curious to see, how this is going to play out. Again, the first game is a very, very good filler. Now, for me personally, one of the most underrated part about Victor's game, obviously we know Victor can shoot the ball. He's a great shot blocker, which we all know about. But I think people don't really talk about how underrated his passing is. I think he's going to be a great passer moving into the next couple of years. He's already doing a lot of flashy passes at the moment. But again, obviously, as of right now, Victor isn't the strongest. Okay, it's kind of like similar to how, I don't know if people remember how when Giannis came into the league, you can see a little Victor step back right there. When Giannis came into the league, he was very, very slim, and he put on a lot of muscle over the years. And I feel like once Victor puts on those muscles in the next 2 to 3 years, bro, it's over for the league, bro. He'll be able to bully anyone however he wants. Like I said, the passing bit with Victor, in my opinion, is probably more of my favorite part about his game. And obviously for me, I'm trying to utilize as much as possible, trying to take my time right here, look for the backdoor cut. Again, there's a lot going on. My passing isn't even maxed during this gameplay. Obviously, it's my first game, so that you're going to be missing a lot of attributes. But surprisingly, the build moves very well. Obviously, it's not going to be a Victor build if you're not going to get a lot of blocks. Okay, now you guys will be able to see this first game. And after this game, I'm going to show you guys a couple of the highlights of the blocks I've had in this build. It is absolutely insane. Now, for me personally, I know people talk about how there isn't a big difference between a 92 block and an 87 block. Now, I ain't going to cap. I used to think this was true until I started playing with builds with a 92 block, and I do have builds that have an 87 block. But I'm telling you, there is a difference. I wouldn't say it's a big difference, but there is a difference. One of the biggest difference I noticed with those builds is I get a lot less fouls called. Okay, there's gonna a lot of crazy putbacks. You guys can see right here, just blocking dudes out of nowhere, because you get a lot of crazy animations and you don't get fouls. Okay, when you have 92 block, the game, it's almost like you're immune to a foul call. Obviously sometimes you still do get the occasional ones. We get a lot of it. Now also, the other big factors that people don't talk about is your height. Okay, I have a 6'8 build. You can see you're going crazy with the shooting. We can space the floor on this build as well. I have a 6'8 build. I have a 7 foot build. Obviously, the 7 foot builds are very, very good. You can see another block right there. The 7 foot builds are very, very good when it comes to shot blocking. But if you're like 6'8 and you have like a 92 block, I'm telling you, there is a difference in terms of animations if you're 7'2. Okay, the 7'2 animations are just wild. Like, you're just jumping. Like, I can block almost every jump shot. I'm very confident. If I know someone's gonna take a jump shot, you guys will see after this game. I'm gonna show you guys some clips. I'm just blocking people just off the shooting at, but it's crazy. This build goes wild. But again, trying to show you guys being able to space the floor on this build, trying to go on the inside. You can rebound very, very well. Obviously, it is Wemby. The strength isn't the biggest, so when you play, that's another thing. Obviously, after this game, I did play a couple of games. So one of the biggest cons of this build is the strength. Okay, when you play these 99 strength rebounding build, yeah, it's a long game, bro. But you can see we still have the post game as well, trying to set up my teammates. Obviously, it's an AI, so I don't know why AI is bricking. But yeah, when you play these 99 rebounding center build and 90 strength, bro, I ain't gonna cap to you, bro. It's gonna be a long game, fam. It is gonna be a long game because yeah, it's not because they're good at the game. It's just because they just get more favorable animations, like to the point where even if you box them out, they aren't gonna be able to break the box animation. So it's not because the person is good at the game, it's just because they just have the stats to counter this build. You can see the first game we had a 20 points, 20 rebound, 5 assists, and I believe I had 4 blocks this game. So for me, this was a very, very good introduction to the build. Okay, now usually I use the first game to kind of gauge how well the build's gonna play, bearing in mind that at this point in the game I didn't even have gold anchor and I was already getting some crazy block animations. But what I'm going to do right now is I'm also going to show you guys some of the gameplay, some of the clips that when I upgraded to a gold anchor, you guys will be able to see it. Like, I'm telling you, when it comes to jump shot, if I can tell you guys can see, if I can tell you're going to shoot the ball, I will block that shot like 100%. Even right here, wide open, brick fair, you know what I'm saying? But this guy, I thought he was gonna have like an easy time. You can see that chase down. You can see I shot the ball and I ran back. That's another thing I like about this build, is just how quick it is for a 7-foot build. Right here, I thought he was gonna shoot because I was gonna pack this guy, but you can see, look at this chase down, bro, from nowhere. So I jumped for the 3-pointer, then I was able to recover to even go back into the paint. Look at this. I played the role. You guys can see that I helped the guy. The guy gave it to the pop, and I was still able to block the pop shot. Look at this, look, bro. I'm telling you, this, bro. If I know you're gonna shoot the ball, it is a block. I will block. That's what I'm trying to say. That's the biggest difference I noticed with gold anchor and silver anchor. Like, a lot of these shots, I don't even get foul calls on them. Right here, this is my favorite one. You can see I'm muting players because they're just chatting shit in game chat. You can see I still came back and blocked the shot. So here we are in the builder, okay? Jersey number, it has to be number 1. Trust me, I had to go to a few teams before they gave me that jersey number, bro. I had to fight for that. But anyways, we're gonna go 7-2. Like I said, it's not quite minimum weight. It is almost there, to like a minimum weight standard. So we're gonna be 224 pounds, 7'8" wingspan. The wingspan is super important for me because I didn't want it to have, I know people are making these Wemby builds of like, 65 ball handle, but if you go 65 at 7'2", or even 7'1", you do have a relatively small arms, okay? And I wanted to have that, long wingspan to be able to just, like, as you all can see in those highlights, just chase people down from nowhere and just block them. So I think having an 84 mid-range and a 78 3 is kind of a very good balance to the build, in my opinion. And again, let's be honest, you only truly need a 40 ball handle to be able to kind of move around, but I wanted that at least a bronze big driver. But here is the build right here. Obviously, this is 2K, okay? This is not real life. If you're gonna make a Wemby build in real life, the close shot definitely has to be up there because this man is like 7'10". You know what I'm saying? He's just putting shots up over people's head. But again, this is my version. This is why I think, from a game perspective, what his build is gonna look like. So you do have that standing dunk, obviously be able to dunk over people. I wouldn't say Victor has the best or the highest post control, but I wanted to kind of tweak it so that way if I do have a mismatch, say they decided to switch a weaker defender or they switch on the pick and roll, I wanted to be able to at least capitalize on that, okay? So I would say realistically, he's probably at the moment like a 75 post control, right? Obviously, he's still got it, but he's not quite there yet. With the shooting, I mean, obviously, Victor's been shooting pretty, he can shoot the threes, but it's been pretty inconsistent at the same time. So I think having a 78 is a good representation because you can shoot threes at a high clip. And if you're in takeover, then you can shoot from crazy range. We all know Victor has crazy range on his build. The passing, again, not quite there. Obviously, ideally, I would say Victor's probably like an 80 right now, realistically, because his passing is super underrated. I think people aren't really talking about enough, and I feel like that's probably one of the part of the game they're going to be talking about years down the line. The ability to be able to set up his teammates, his IQ's kind of getting up there. Obviously, the ball handle, again, ideally, kind of a bronze big drive. I think realistically, Victor probably has like a silver, or maybe, yeah, I'll say a silver big driver, like his ball handle is at least like a 70 at the moment. But again, this is 2K where you can't be perfect with everything. And now when it comes to the defense as well, obviously it has to stand out. Listen, there ain't no point putting 99 block on your build. We all know realistically Victor probably has a 99 Hall of Fame type of block, but I think 92 is a fairly good representation of the build. You also have a 92 offensive rebound. Now, Victor's, in my opinion, his game where he kind of needs to work on is obviously his rebound. Okay, I don't think he's the best rebounder at the moment, but I think obviously he's gonna learn over the years because he's 7'2". For someone that's 7'2", well, not 7'2", he's like 7'4". You know what I'm saying? For someone that's 7'4", he's not like, oh my god, like he's just grabbing every board. So, but for me, if I'm gonna be 7'2" in the game, I need to be able to grab those rebounds. So hence the reason I put 92 offensive and 85 defensive. Now, it doesn't really matter how you twist this, okay, because your strength is quite low. Right, like I mentioned in the video, you are gonna get bullied by these 99 overall centers. Okay, like I've played so many centers that have 90 strength, 93 offensive rebound, or 90 strength or 99 offensive rebound. Or those are the worst ones. Oh my god, bro! Like those guys just get some crazy animations. Okay, they will out rebound you. Okay, now again, it's not because they're good. It's just because they have the stats to counter the build. So y'all don't get excited. You ain't gonna be doing that. If I was on a build that actually has strength and can actually keep up with you, 60 speed. Again, very, very underrated. Okay, it moves pretty well. You can see you also get that silver chase down with gold anchor, which are just like insane. Max vertical for a 7-2 build. It's only a 78, but it's max for the height of this build, so it does go crazy. For you guys, realistically, if you guys want to put the ball handle down a little bit or something like that, then put at least a 78 strength, bro. Because trust me, that's gonna help. Because these centers out here be looking like prime Shaq sometimes when I be playing them. But it is Wemby, you know, you're not the strongest, so it is gonna happen occasionally, you know what I'm saying, but it is what it is. But anyways, this is my Victor build. It is a lot of fun. I do like it. You know, I do think eventually I might make a 7-1 version. I think the 7-1 homegrown version might be better just because the speed is a little bit better, personally anyway, because I think you're able to get 67 speed, so you're going to be able to move a lot faster. I know a lot of people are making 7-1s and calling it Wemby, but you need to be 7-2. You need to be the tallest guy on the court, bro, if you're going to be Wemby. So hence the reason why I made this at 7-2, but it's a pretty fun build to play on. But anyways, that is pretty much the build. Obviously, you're going to be able to get shades of, you guys already know who, Victor Wemby himself. You also get Ralph Simpson, and you get Joel Embiid. Don't know why Joel Embiid is there. I'm 7-2. But anyways, this is my Victor build. You let me know what you guys think. I know people have different versions of this build. You know, what would you guys so tweak? Again, Victor ain't got strength, so I don't want to hear it. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you in the next one.